There we go.
Okay, how about now? Because I only know my name in sign language, and that wouldn't get us too far.
You have most of the letters for my name.
Oh, A, M. Okay, can you? Yay, perfect.
Yay.
Okay, hi everybody. I'm Carla Marie. This is Amy from Seattle Cocktail Club. If you watch our show on Twitch, you've heard us talk about Seattle Cocktail Club every day because that is where we get our shooters that we drink every morning. Amy is, as I say, the mastermind behind Seattle Cocktail Club. Last time someone coined you what?
The Bob Ross of cocktails, which I'm still basking in the glory of that title. So
today we are going to learn a whole bunch of different cocktail basics, correct?
Yes.
So these are things that you assume normal people should know, but they don't.
I do not assume normal people
Okay.
know them at all. I think these are good tools to have at home so you understand why bartenders do what they do, but also you understand how to make a decent cocktail at home.
It makes a difference.
It does make a difference. And I really believe that when somebody hands you a drink, it's always going to taste 10 times better than what you can make at home.
Okay.
That's also why I
That's
don't
true.
cook. But these are some good tools to have just so you can, if you're stuck at home, you can make yourself a delicious cocktail.
Someone asked, what bar is that? We're at Seattle Cocktail Club headquarters, so this is an office. The coolest office ever. Literally all the drinks in the world. So, do you want to give a quick rundown of the things that people are going to learn tonight?
Yes, so we're going to talk a little bit about the ice that you use, when to shake a cocktail versus stir a cocktail, how to throw a cocktail, which is probably going to make a huge mess in
My
here.
favorite.
Why you use a strainer, what strainer you use, and what for, glassware, layering cocktails.
So fun.
And I was watching the show this week, and Malort came up.
Yeah. It's a type of cocktail? No, type of liquor.
Malort is not a cocktail, it is a liquor.
I've heard not great things.
It's very, what's the word that when you either love it or hate it?
Polarizing.
Yes, it's polarizing.
We'd be so good on that pyramid show.
Yes. Next up, the $10,000 pyramid with
My
Carla
friend
Marie.
Hannah said Carla Marie makes great on the rocks cocktails
Really?
because you just have to open it and pour it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
And she said, no, Malort, don't do it.
we're going to end with Malort because I don't
Okay.
want to blow out your taste buds before we get started.
Okay.
But,
What's first in our class? Does everyone have their notebooks?
okay, you don't have a notebook. They can play it
You
back.
can go back and watch another day.
We're going to start with whiskey.
Okay.
We've talked about this before, the two of us, but like whiskey, when people drink it, there's the whiskey snobs way of drinking it, which is they're going to say, you don't put ice in it, you drink it
Really?
straight. You're going to get all that flavor if it's warm, and
Doesn't sound fun.
but I just got a boo over that.
From our live audience.
Our live studio audience. I strongly believe you drink things the way that you like them. So if you like them over ice, do it over ice. But you should understand what happens, like
Okay.
what the process is with the temperature and things like that. So we're going to start. I have a sample bottle of some really delicious Old Forester
Okay.
whiskey, and I'm going to put a few drops in your hand. Hold your hand out. This is not how you drink, don't worry. So we did like 3 drops. Yeah. And then what I want you to do is like clap your hand and rub it together. And so we're creating heat and
Okay.
and cologne at the same
And
time.
this would have been great hand sanitizer about 2 years ago.
And when your hand gets warm, go ahead and give it a smell.
Ooh.
And see how you can pick out like some of the smokiness, like the char from the barrel.
It definitely smells like not that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
normally you smell like, ooh, this is like actually, I enjoy this.
We got all the alcohol out of
Yes.
it, so you're picking up. Do you smell banana?
I was going to say something smelled fruity, but I didn't want you to make fun of me.
I'm not going to make fun of you. It has banana notes in it.
Damn.
A lot of whiskeys actually
Now,
do.
can I smell it just that?
Yep. You probably have some caramel notes too.
Definitely caramel.
Vanilla.
Yeah. Definitely don't get all that with that.
Yeah. So
Vanilla, yeah.
if you think about it that way, if you're drinking something neat, meaning just plain, no ice, anything like that, you're more likely to pick up on those
All
tasting
the
notes.
things. So the ice changes the flavor.
Yes.
Okay.
It also means that water changes the flavor because ice is water. So if you're drinking it, you can put a little water into your whiskey just to like immediately go to, I don't want it as strong.
Okay. Not recommended to pour all the whiskey in your hands and do this.
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to do what you want.
I'll be honest, my hands aren't sticky. They're like smooth.
And they smell good too.
Maybe this is
the newest cologne.
The fountain of youth.
So you will see people that like take a little pipette and put a few drops of water into their glass of whiskey. It really like opens it up, but really it's kind of blocking some of the alcohol smells. Okay. And so it's really like try it all ways, see how you like it, which kind of brings us into ice.
Yes.
Which when you think of ice, you probably just think of like, here's my freezer.
Yes.
Kind of situation.
By the way, you can always drop questions in the chat. And I think we're going to get to this, but Claire said, does the size or shape of the ice cube matter for cocktails?
We were just getting to it. So you'll see a lot of times, this ice cube is melting. We're not actually using it for anything, so I'm just going to pick it up in my hand. You'll see a lot of times these big, giant king cubes get used in cocktails. Especially,
I feel like normally in whiskey or bourbon, like I don't like see it with anything else.
You sometimes see it with other things, but the reason for that is you've got, if you compare this to crushed ice, when you're putting it in a cocktail, that ice is turning into water and diluting the cocktail. Right. It turned into water in my hands too. So in whiskey, you want something that's like slowly going to melt.
Like a glacier.
Like a glacier. Or that's why you see people that use whiskey stones. They don't want to put water in, but they want to cool it down a little bit. And if you compare that to something like crushed ice is going to put
melt immediately.
A lot more water in.
Okay. Does the size of the glass matter? Said Kitty Queso.
Yeah, you want the biggest glass you can get because they're cocktails.
Oh.
Just in general.
Flavoring wise.
The size of the glass doesn't matter, but if you're drinking whiskey straight, I would recommend something like this.
Is that a sniffer or something?
I think you're thinking of snifter.
Yeah, that's the one.
This is a Glencairn glass. It was specifically designed for whiskey. There's nothing in it now, but it's designed that you get the air kind of going around the glass and it's coming straight into your nose. Because when you drink, you're drinking with your mouth, but also your nose as well. You can pick these up. They're sometimes really expensive, but Amazon has them relatively inexpensively.
IKEA probably do.
No, they don't. Because like, if you look at the bottom of this, it's actually like a patented, I'm making up facts now, but I think there's some fancy thing on it. So yeah, if you drink a lot of spirits neat, get one of those glasses. It's definitely worth it. So we've talked about ice.
Yes.
We've talked about whiskey. Do you know when you shake a cocktail?
When it has more than one thing?
No, I've watched your show. I feel like you'll shake any cocktail.
It's fun.
It is fun, and it's super fun, but I see a lot of people shake wrong.
Okay.
And so this is one of my favorite things. So typically when you're shaking a cocktail, it is a cocktail that contains citrus, eggs, or fruit. And I did say eggs.
Citrus, eggs, or fruit. So anything else, it should not be shaken.
There's always exceptions to the rule.
Okay.
But for the most part, if it's a citrus cocktail, it's probably going to be a shaken cocktail.
Okay.
So, do you want to make one?
Yes. I like eggs in my cocktails.
Yeah, a lot of people get freaked out by it. I think it's like the best thing ever.
Me too.
What if you just want to chill a drink? Like
The live audience said, what if you just want to chill a shot of tequila?
Can you shake it then?
When you shake it, what's happening, we talked a little bit about the ice that I don't have. I can just grab it from over there. But like when you shake it with the ice, what you're doing is you're breaking up that ice. So remember, crushed ice is going to dilute things faster. So what you're doing is you're diluting the crap out of that tequila.
So really you should use like the big thing, the big cube, a king cube, and pour over it. No?
If you like it that way. Some people want to like have it cold because it blocks some of those alcohol vapors or taste, and it's more palatable for them.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to make a cocktail. Do I dare have you make it?
Yes.
Okay, we're not going to start with ice. We're going to do something
Oh.
called a dry shake. And that dry shake is to kind of just like get all of the ingredients in there and working together, because we're going to use an egg and we want to like mush everything with the egg before we put the ice in to dilute it.
Okay.
The face that you just made. Okay. So when you're measuring for a cocktail, a lot of people have things like this at home.
What's this called?
That is called a jigger. There's several different types of them.
So this is 2 ounces, and this is 1 ounce.
Yes. I hate these.
Okay.
So I'm a clumsy person. I knock them over. Or like if you pour one side and then you pour the other, it gets
It's a mess.
everything messy. I'm also blind and can't see anything.
This thing is fun. We have this now, thanks to you.
Yeah. So you can get these on Amazon. This is great for a home bar because you can see, maybe you can see that there's a lot of the measurements are right in there. It makes it super easy. So we're going to start with this.
Okay.
I'm going to have you mix this. I'm probably going to regret this.
What do we got?
So we're going to
what are we making? What is the name of the drink?
we're going to do a rhubarb gin fizz.
Okay.
So rhubarb, one of my favorite things. Every time you see it here, it's mixed with strawberry. I'm deathly allergic to strawberry. So
Oh, so you're not touching this or drinking this?
No.
Because you're going to die.
I made a rhubarb syrup with fresh rhubarb specifically for it.
If they want to do this,
Super easy. Take, it's like a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you use 1 cup of sugar, you're going to use 1 cup of water. And then you're going to chop up some rhubarb. The exact measurement doesn't really matter. Let it come to a boil so the rhubarb gets soft. I then took a cocktail muddler. This is going to make a lot of noise because all these are metal. But I like in the pan just like smashed the rhubarb, let it sit and cool, and then strained out all of the rhubarb.
now can people buy? You can buy rhubarb strawberry syrup.
Yes.
If you're not deathly allergic.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
That's the easiest way to do it. But I had fresh rhubarb, so what are you going to do? Okay, so I know that you like gin.
Yes.
Let's grab this bottle of gin. You can use any gin. We're going to do 1.5 ounces if you can get it open. Good job.
Ooh, it smells like gin.
This is a local gin. It's really good.
I recently found out I was allergic to juniper trees. Do you think that is going to be a problem?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Do you have an issue when you drink gin?
No, I don't think
Do you
so.
wanna switch
It
to
just
vodka?
makes me
We
sneeze.
could.
Nope. Pour it.
Yep, pour it in. This actually would work well with vodka if you're not a gin drinker, but gin I think is really good in this. Next up, we're going to do 1 ounce of that rhubarb syrup. So this is your sweetness.
Woo!
I mean, it's half sugar, so it's going to be sweet.
Okay.
We need 1 ounce of lemon juice, which I forgot to prepare, so
Are these cocktails, is this recipe on the Seattle Cocktail Club website?
I believe it is. If not, I will make sure that it is by tomorrow. Do you see that big juicer behind you?
What? How cool is this? Now, if you don't have this, like I have at home, I just have a little handheld squeezer. This,
Hard work.
it's just so crazy. Oh, I didn't realize I had to go all the way.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, we didn't need more?
Nope, I think we got it there.
All of it, or are I gonna measure it?
Measure 1 ounce, and I'm gonna try to find something to
Just
put
there.
in there. All right, now we need an egg white. How are you at getting egg whites? I have a cheater tool.
Oh, let's use the cheater tool.
I make a lot of meringues at home. So you can crack it right there.
Crack it here.
Yep. And then just,
What? I want this. Put this in here. That was the lemon.
Yeah. So we're gonna,
By the way, if anyone wants to know, this brand is the OXO brand.
OXO, is that how it's pronounced? I don't know.
This also is, I think. Yes.
Whoa.
One.
Oh, it's falling.
It's okay. So we have 1 egg white. If you don't eat eggs, you can still make a frothy egg cocktail.
How?
Not fava beans. Garbanzo beans?
Was that-
Chickpeas?
With chickpeas or with the like?
Take the juice from it.
Okay.
And about what an egg would be. So about as much as you're pouring in there. And it'll give you that frothiness and kind of same texture. So we're going to put the lid on. Most important thing when you're shaking a cocktail is to make sure you hold the lid on and make sure the top's on. So what we're going to do is we're going to give that a quick 15-second shake just to
Okay.
get all the stuff together.
Am I doing it right? Because last time we
Yep,
talked about,
that's-
I did it wrong.
What happened?
Oh, something popped up.
So this will happen when you have a cocktail shaker. So you're mixing those ingredients and sometimes they expand when you do that. So
I
that's,
felt like it was gonna explode. Ooh.
yeah,
Okay.
here we go. It's
Well,
going to
what's gonna
explode.
hap-
So that was your dry shake. It's not going to explode. See how it's
Whoa!
nice and foamy
Show the people at home.
in there. Is that a good view? So we've got nice and foamy.
There you go.
Now we're going to put some ice in here. I'll grab it.
Are we still gonna do a Malort recipe? I don't know if we're doing a recipe. I think I'm just drinking it near the end of this.
Yeah, no recipe. Okay, now we've got the ice in here.
So the reason why didn't we put the ice at first? Because you wanted to.
Because
just...
we wanted to get everything mixed up
Okay.
before we shook the ice in. So now when we shake it, and I'm going to let you shake it again, you want to hold it nice and tight. Don't do it. I'm going to wipe it off for you. We're doing this because we want to break up the ice. And so we're diluting the cocktail, meaning we're adding water into it, but we're also getting it nice and cold and building up that egg white. So you want to shake it for 15 to 30 seconds where you're viciously shaking it so that ice is breaking down into little pieces, and you'll know you did a good job because this will get all frosty on
Okay,
the
this
outside.
isn't gonna come off.
Not if you hold it.
I would have two-handed. Oh, it's cold! Come on. It's freezing! My whole hand is cold. Both hands are cold. Are we done?
I don't know. Let's see. Yep, see how you've got that nice frost
Yeah, I
there?
feel it.
I gave it a little extra. All right, whoops. I wasn't planning to pull that one off. I want to pull this one off.
So this is the strainer. We don't want to strain it.
So we'll talk about strainers in a second. Let me strain this out for you.
Oh, that's a different strainer.
So this is going to appear kind of all white for a second, and then it's going to separate, and that egg white is going to stay on top. Just going to move this out of the way. So see how it's starting to separate
Yeah.
right now?
Can we move that?
Yep. If I had a peeler, I could garnish it with a little lemon.
Hannah said, when you shake an egg like that, does it lower the chance of salmonella? Eggs and drinks freak me out.
It does not.
Listen, there's a little asterisk next to it. You'll be fine. YOLO. I have them all the time.
You have eggs.
In my
I mean,
cocktails.
Rocky had. Let's do a little cut on this.
I mean, can you die from salmonella?
I mean, you can die from a lot of things, right? Anthony agrees with me.
Sure can.
All right, we have a little garnish there. See, if you take a look, you can see how it's done that nice little separation.
Yes. I feel like, just in case, I don't want to ruin it.
You always take a photo of your cocktail before you drink
Phone
it.
drinks first.
Yep.
Who
Tell
says
me
that?
how it
Hannah
is.
or Ricky does. Cheers. Cheers. Whoa. That's good. That's the best cocktail I've ever made.
So we talked a little bit about the straining part, and I'm going to make a big mess here, but there's different kinds of strainers. There's one that comes in most, what did we do with the lid? Sorry. So in most cocktail shakers, you get this little This is going to be messy.
It's just got the holes in it.
Yeah. So, but you're going to get those little shards of ice that you broke. They're going to go through that.
Okay.
So you could...
don't want that in your
Right.
cocktail.
You want to have a nice, smooth, ice-cold cocktail. So you could use that and do something like one of these fine mesh strainers to get all the ice out. But if you think about it, we put citrus in there. So we want to get out the pulp from the citrus, anything that's like been muddled in there, stuff like that. So there's different types of strainers. There's kind of the ones that come in the shaker. This is a julep strainer.
It looks similar, though.
It does. Think about mint juleps. Like
Okay.
that's when you'd use that.
Okay.
And then this is your hawthorn strainer,
Okay.
which is going to be the most, probably the one you're going to use the most. If you only get one of these. These coils here are designed to gather, why can't I talk all of a sudden?
I'm the one drinking.
All of that citrus. So when you put it into your cocktail shaker, you can see that it fits in.
Yeah.
And then a good hawthorn strainer, don't buy one unless it has this little lip tongue thing there, because what you do is you push it over. So you're making a seal from the part that you're pouring, and it's coming out through this
I never
part of the
realized it
strainer.
came out of that part.
Yeah. So most people don't realize that you need to push it over to make it effective. So you can strain, there's like fancy cocktail bars, you might see somebody doing this and then into a fine mesh strainer, and they're just trying to get every piece of ice and citrus
That's
and
excessive.
pulp. But no, it creates this like super smooth cocktail.
Anthony, would you like to try this?
No, I'm good.
You don't trust me?
Wow.
You have to come try it on camera. You got all dressed up in your fun shirt.
That is a great shirt. Is that a Roosevelt shirt?
It is a Roosevelt shirt. Moana edition.
Do you see the little Moanas?
I didn't.
That's good.
You got to tilt the microphone.
That's good. They can hear me over there.
Hannah says, what's the reason behind differently shaped glassware for different types of drinks? Martini glass versus wine glass versus anything in a highball.
Martini glasses should be outlawed.
I hate martini glasses, especially if you're a server. Like, this is borderline.
I would
problem.
drink martinis way more if they didn't come in martini glasses. They're just not functional.
I love stemless glassware, like the
Me
wine
too.
glasses without stems, the champagne flutes.
Do they make Oh, they do. There's...
Well, it's just kind of hard because they're
What?
come down to a point.
saying that. They make some martini ones like that. That it's just like a little nub on the bottom.
Yeah,
And the...
yeah.
Okay, so why would a martini come in one glass and a wine glass come in another glass?
So it's the same as with the whiskey glass that I was showing you. Like sometimes the cocktail you want to like waft up to your nose. A coupe glass, which is what you're drinking out of, and that one's a rather large coupe glass. They were actually original champagne glasses. That's what champagne used to be served in.
I feel like Great Gatsby drank out of this.
Exactly. I mean, I wasn't there, but
You weren't invited?
I never get invited. But if you think about like champagne towers, they're all these glasses. So back in the day, they used to
Yeah.
be the like ceremonial glasses. The coupe glass is rumored to be made based on Marie Antoinette's breast.
Oh, I knew that.
Yeah, but
told
it's a rumor. It's not true. I don't know how.
Like,
we
this
know.
would have fit on her boob?
Yeah.
I would try it, but...
She was definitely a B cup. Anyway, so some of it is like how much you want to serve. There's spirit forward cocktails, like cocktails that are mainly just booze that you don't want to drink too much of.
Okay.
And that's weird to say, but you're going to make a small pour of it, so you might do it in a rocks glass, or
Okay.
if you're drinking at home, you can drink out of a mason jar, whatever makes you
Oh, I
happy.
do that sometimes.
I do that a lot too. But some of it is presentation. Some of it is like you're going to get the aromatics from something that's more open than something that's more closed, unless it's like the whiskey glass I showed you, which was intentionally closed to waft
Yes.
that up to your
Makes
nose.
sense.
if I say waft to your nose one more time. So,
Okay, now what? Oh, that was the glassware. Did someone
Yeah.
tell Hannah to ask that question?
no, Hannah was just on point. And the other thing is like sometimes aesthetically,
Yeah, how it looked.
I have these really dorky bird glasses. They're impossible to clean. They're super pointless. They hold like 2 ounces of booze, but sometimes they're really fun to put stuff in. So
Okay.
let's make Anthony a cocktail.
All right.
'Cause he looks a little bored over there.
I'm cool with that.
You ready for it?
Yes.
Grab that mixing glass.
So what is this? This is a boudoir mixing glass or something? How do you pronounce this thing?
It's
It's
just
a
a
bee.
mixing glass.
No, there's a bee in it. It's
Beaker.
It had a note from something else on it.
Oh, there
So
was a post-it note when I got here, and it said bee something.
yeah, it was from another event, but
So it's a mixing glass.
it's a mixing glass. If you don't have a mixing glass at home, a giant mason jar can work.
Tupperware?
The glass is a conductor for cold, so it should probably be glass.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about this little spoon and all that noise
This
that you're
thing
making.
is my arch nemesis.
Why?
I can't figure out the pour down thing.
Well, we're going to go over that. Okay, so you use a mixing glass typically when something's more spirit forward. So it doesn't contain citrus. Usually we're actually going to put a little bit of lemon on top of this one, but it's like more spirit forward. We're using it to, we're putting some water in there, so the dilution, which is going to happen when you stir it. But we're not trying to like put a ton in, which is what shaking does. So we're going to make something called a pen pal.
Okay.
We're going to start with rye.
We should rinse
Yeah, we don't have any rinsing right here, so
rye. That's vermouth.
that's Jack
rye.
Daniel's rye. So I'm a big fan of rye because it's got a really like bold, spicy flavor. If you're looking for an inexpensive rye, Jack Daniel's is actually a great rye. It does really well in taste tests. It's not expensive at all. It's smooth, nice to drink. So we're gonna do 1.5 ounces of that.
Smooth like Tennessee whiskey. Isn't that the song?
Yeah, it was made for that bottle of rye. That one specific bottle of rye.
Pour it right in.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, next we're gonna do 3/4 ounce of vermouth.
What?
You already knew how to make it apparently.
That smells interesting. What is vermouth? I don't normally drink it.
It does smell interesting. It is,
I smell everything, by the way, so.
it's something that you want to keep in your refrigerator after you open and not keep it for over 30 days. So buying a small bottle like that is ideal. It is akin to wine. I don't know how to describe it other
Interesting.
than that.
But what is it made out of?
Wine things.
Oh, I did not know that.
I feel like I should know more about vermouth,
Fine.
but that's the best I can give you right now.
Who cares? Just put it in your drink. It's all that matters.
All right, and Aperol. Do you need help? We're gonna do 3/4 ounce of this as well. Aperol has some sugar in it, so sometimes it sticks.
Oh,
You have to
yeah.
be strong.
Sugar
Yeah.
fell.
See what happens there?
I want to lick that.
Don't lick the bottle. Also, have you had Aperol before?
Yes.
Okay.
Aperol's, yeah, I'll be honest. I don't hate it. I don't understand why it's the new drink. Aperol spritzes.
Well, it was kind of like the new drink in 2019.
Yeah, but people just like skip 2 years and now they're continuously.
That's valid.
drinking it.
That's super valid. Because on a nice sunny day, it's like super refreshing. It's low ABV, so you can drink like tons of them.
Yeah, but it's a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what? I stir it?
So, what's the point of us stirring it? We want to
What is
chill
this?
it.
Express lemon? Oh, express the
You're
lemon.
cheating.
I thought it was like a super fast lemon.
Yeah. It's like the lemon
How's
at the
everybody
short
doing?
end.
Dude, how tall are you? We're gonna do that next time. They said they would like to be able to make the drinks along with us. So next time we need to send a recipe list.
Okay. All right. I probably put too much ice in that, but we're going to throw some ice in, and there's a special way to use a spoon. Do you know how to use it? I've shown you this before.
I gotta
Kind of. If you go to a bar and you hear a bunch of this,
don't drink it.
they're probably not very good bartenders. So if you do like it's basically a push-pull motion, you're getting that chilled. You want to try it?
Oh God, I'm so scared to hit the wall.
I mean, you can. That's how you learn. Great. It's nice and chilled. And then we're going to strain it into a glass. We probably should have had another one of those. Anthony, I'm going to give you an ice cube that I touched a lot.
That's fine. I'm okay with it. I trust you.
The King Cube.
And let's just strain it in.
Why?
So that ice doesn't go into that ice. We probably should have used the Hawthorne strainer here. Yeah, okay, we're going to call it there. Ideally, we would have Hawthorne strained that.
Okay.
Because it's going to hold the ice in the container. Okay, now we're going to give it some lemon.
Christy B said, I agree, Aperol is a waste of calories. For me, it's not the waste of calories. It's when I drink super sugary drinks, like a lot of them, I get to a point where I'm like, I'm full and I can't drink anymore and I'm not drunk, but there's no fun is happening anymore.
Well, I mean, are you drinking for social interaction or drinking to get drunk? There's always those questions.
What?
There's no right answer, by the way.
It all depends.
All right, so now we're gonna like
So
squeeze.
This is expressing a lemon?
Yeah. So
Is
we're
stuff
getting
coming out?
a little bit's coming out, and then we're just gonna put that on top as
So
the
why,
garnish.
what did that do, that little bit?
Think about when you bring it. Just bring that up to your nose like you're gonna drink it. What do you smell?
The lemon.
Yeah. So you're getting
your
that.
nose makes you think you're tasting it.
Yes. So it's adding that to every sip that you have.
All right, Anthony.
Oh, I'm up.
Pen pal. Have you ever had a pen pal?
No.
We did in 3rd grade. We wrote to like kids on the other side of the country, and it would be so cool.
I mean, when I was in 6th grade, I basically only talked to people through AIM, so it was like everyone was my pen pal. So I had no real friends.
God.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, but I wish I could find that pen pal now.
Yes, we can share all of this information.
It might be on your website.
That's good.
Yeah.
And it definitely tastes lemony because I can smell
try it?
lemon.
Well,
After all.
there's also a lemon sitting right here, so it's probably super lemony in this world.
I'm not
Room.
a whiskey drinker, but that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like refreshing.
I think Aperol with whiskey is a really nice little twist.
Mixture.
Yeah.
What makes rye, like what's the difference in whiskeys?
So most whiskeys have a mash bill. So a mash bill is like the recipe. It's a fancy name for recipe, and most of them, not all, but have like a corn. They're made
It's
from
corn?
You did that on purpose.
I wish I did.
So they have a corn and other grain mash bill.
Okay.
So that cocktail just set in.
She thinks she's really funny. She used a meme that was burned out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but I haven't been able to do it in real life.
It's corn.
And then rye is using like actual rye
Got it.
in it. So if you think of rye bread, those same flavors are going to come
So
through
there's
in
no
the whiskey.
corn in this as like there would be a normal.
Please stop saying that.
Have you tried corn?
We have a corn liqueur behind you.
Didn't we have that when Jake was here?
No,
No?
we never
No.
did.
No.
So-
I'm out. See you guys.
Sorry. You gave him corn.
So there's probably still corn in it. They just have a certain percentage of rye that's added to it. And every rye is going to be a little bit different.
That drink, by the way, was called the Pen Pal that Anthony drank. I
Yeah.
saw. The
Yes.
answer was not it's corn.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're doing other stuff. Throwing? I
Yeah.
was looking at the sheet.
I know. Anthony's going to flip that sheet over. So.
Oh, I didn't realize I was sitting next to the sheet. Can I put a drink on here?
Yeah. Okay.
Rolling and throwing?
This is just
Rolling.
ridiculous. No.
It's time for Limp Bizkit, everybody.
I have a terrible Limp Bizkit story that I should tell you after this. Anyway, what?
Sorry, completely unrelated, but Drown You Out was watching us on one channel, and then it was in an Andrew McMahon something, like a live stream, and they complimented her "You Look Great" shirt, which is, he complimented her shirt, which is our...
Like the man in his wilderness?
Yeah.
Huh.
We gotta
That's
send him
cool.
one!
That's very cool.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for coming. That was a quick commercial for You Look Great. Moving on.
You should go to the You Look Great store, buy all of the merchandise right now.
YouLookGreat.com.
Yes.
Okay, we're throwing things.
So this is nothing that's going to do you any good whatsoever unless you want to show off to your friends
Perfect.
or make a mess.
Both things that I loved.
Okay. So you will see bartenders occasionally doing something where they're pouring between glasses. So it might be something like this.
Now, this, I'm assuming, is a way to mix things. But why is it different than putting it in a cocktail shaker?
So cocktail shaker, you're adding ice. That ice is diluting and
But
becoming
we did a dry
water.
mix also.
Yes. You could do a dry mix, but there's also an aeration part that happens where you're kind of adding some air bubbles into this.
That's how I used to drink mixed drinks in college.
Because you didn't have any way
When
to
it was like
shake them.
rum and Mountain Dew or something.
Yeah.
Mix it, boom, boom, done.
Yeah.
But pretty much between red Solo cups
Yeah,
back then.
exactly.
But occasionally you'll see bartenders that get all crazy.
Yeah, that would be me if I was ever a bartender.
Just makes me have to pee. But that's called throwing. So the rolling is the back and forth.
So rolling is being like just doing little baby things.
Yeah. When you make a Bloody Mary, because of how thick the Bloody Mary is,
roll it.
it's a really good cocktail to roll because
You
you're
know-
getting it really nice and mixed.
I want to like Bloody Marys.
Uh-huh.
I order them because they're cool, and then every time I realize I hate them.
I like the snacks in Bloody Marys.
Yeah. Is there a trick to liking a Bloody Mary? Is there a certain way to order it? Like, I don't really like
Order lots of them.
I don't like drinking tomato.
Then don't drink tomato. Like, if you don't like salmon, you're not going to order salmon, even if everybody else does.
Yeah, but it's different. All right, can I throw it?
So there's a computer in front of us.
I'm gonna throw it back.
Okay.
I have to throw with my left though. My right.
I can only do it one way too. So the trick to it is exactly what you're doing.
I don't know what that
And
is.
it's to,
Move the bottom.
yeah, like you're basically pulling them away from each other.
For me,
great.
it's not moving the top; it's moving the bottom.
Yeah. And
Wait, let me try to go lefty.
oh my God, I dyed this water with pea flower today just so it would be a little bit more obvious what we were doing. But you'll see like bartenders just really
Yeah,
doing
like-
crazy things with it.
Oh, can I go that high? I don't think so.
There's no way this is going to end well. Oh, you're doing great. It does sound like a...
Sometimes I do this with when I'm filling up my Brita. I take my sink thing and I hold it as high as I can because it's fun.
Okay, you're throwing your Brita water. Cool. Okay, let's talk about a shooter versus a shot.
If you add lemon to pea flower water, it will turn purple. Well, we have to try that really quickly. It's turning purple.
It's turning purple on top, yeah.
Well, that was a fun little experiment.
Roll it, it'll go purple.
Bill Nye ain't got nothing on me. What?
Okay, now turn it back to blue. Kidding. Okay, science.
Claire said I should try this during the show tomorrow. Anthony will love it.
Oh yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah, he didn't get nervous because it was my computer instead of your
There's way
equipment.
more room in here.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
realized that I'm mic'd up and you probably hear me drinking, which is probably gross.
Okay, let's talk about shooters versus shots.
Yes.
I feel like you can take this part of it and tell us what the difference is.
A shot is when you're like, I need a shot of vodka And that's all I'm doing. Shot of vodka, shot of gin, which you don't do, shot of tequila, shot of whiskey, whatever. A shooter is when there is more than one thing in what you're taking a shot of.
Or there's something that's other than booze.
Yes.
Not always, but yeah.
There's more. If there's more than one thing in what you're putting in your mouth, it's a shooter.
Yes. My friend Hannah, you can do a shot of gin.
But it's not like a thing.
Some people like...
I mean, we've done it on our show.
Yeah.
But people are like, you shouldn't do that.
I think
It's sacrilege.
if you like gin,
I do
and
like
there's
gin.
a million types of gin, and like that flavor, there's no reason you can't. I think most people aren't going to be drinking gin straight, but
Okay.
you never know. It's personal preference, Court and Columbus said.
Okay,
All right.
so shooters. Shooters are more fun. That's like your... Because like shots sometimes, they're kind of rough. As
Yeah.
we know. Shooters are a fun way to still do the act of taking a shot, but mixing in something else.
Yeah.
Like when you're doing this at 8 a.m., like we do on our show. It's a good little...
And I think they're easier to take, right?
Yes.
Like, we've all done shots of tequila before this stream, but it's easier to do something like a lemon drop. It goes down easier, all of that stuff. So let's make a layered shooter,
Okay.
because I know
So
that
fun.
you've been struggling with the layering. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna rim a glass.
Salt.
This is actually sugar today. So we're not going to go crazy, because sometimes when people rim a glass, they're just like, get me all of the stuff in there.
Yes.
And then you have to like eat that or consume that to get the shot. So think about if you're using salt or sugar or whatever you're using, is it something that you want a ton of, or do you want to do half of the cup or just a little spot of it? Or if you do half, people get to choose. I know that you've done this before. You're going to take a lemon or citrus or something.
Something sticky. You could
Yes.
do honey if you really wanted to.
That'd be really sticky, but yes, you can. Put it around the edge. And then
Are we going this way or this way?
I like to just do this. So we're not getting it on the inside of the glass. It looks terrible. I got it pretty clumpy. So speaking of sugar. Okay, so we've got a little, oh, you did way better than me. I'm not jealous or anything.
Teacher.
Yeah, go on, grasshopper.
Speaking of, that's what we were drinking on our show this week.
Yeah,
Grasshoppers. Did you know that? You sent them to us.
I totally knew that. Yeah, I did. Okay,
What is the name of this?
raspberry donut. Do you like donuts?
Yes.
Who doesn't like donuts?
Doesn't.
Okay, so we are going to take, this might be a terrible, terrible disaster because I can't remember which layer goes in first.
Would the cream go in first or the non-cream? I feel like the cream goes in second because it's
Yeah.
like,
I think so too. So we're going to use Chambord.
oh,
For the sake of it pouring easier, I've poured it into something like this, but actually, where's our jigger? Let's use this to pour, because what we're gonna do, what?
someone just joined.
So when you're pouring it, you wanna get like a nice, slow precision pour. So if we were pouring out of that bottle, it's just gonna be like splashing and
So
stuff.
when you're layering, it's generally with something that is liquidy and something that is heavier.
Yeah,
Okay.
it has to be in order for it to sit on each other. So we're gonna fill like that much. This is Chambord. It's a blackberry, raspberry deliciousness. It is a liqueur. It's got a ton of sugar in
This
it.
is less, but I don't think we're gonna be
Hey,
So Nolly said, I feel like the cream would go in first since it's heavier liquid. But I remember last time we layered it like on top.
yeah, and we'll see. I can't remember. I haven't made one of these in
Is
a
this
long
from the
time.
milkman? What is this?
So this is an Irish cream.
I need to smell it.
You do smell. Oh man, that smells good.
And 5 Farms Country Cork, Ireland. Single batch Irish cream liqueur.
You sounded shocked that an Irish cream came
I just
from
like in my
Ireland.
mind it was just like someone dropped this milk off at your door, so I was confused as to how
Yes.
it got here from Ireland.
An Irish man came by today and dropped this at my door. So, this is either going to work or it's not going to work because I might
Don't
be
do it
doing it
again.
wrong. But what you're going to do, let's use one of these.
Okay.
This is the trick.
Are these called different things or no?
They're both mixing spoons. This just has a flat edge. I prefer it when layering because you're getting more of a spot for the stuff to go down.
But
So
I need a
most
steady
people don't realize that these spoons are twisted like this because they're made to slowly pour something into
But
a glass.
so should my steadier hand be on the pour or the holding?
the holding.
Okay.
Yes, Hannah, Patron's bottles are the worst. The 1800
So
tequila?
the question was, you ever get annoyed with some liquor bottles like Patron? Why? Makers annoying. 1800. How do you hold that?
Yes. I don't want to call anybody out, but one of my friends, the 1800, he was like, do you have any of that 1-800 tequila? And I cannot ever get that out of my mind. Okay, so you're going to hold this and you're going to, before you pick this up, I actually poured a lot in there, I'm sorry. You're going to hold this as close as you
Right, it's
can
at
to the liquid. See how it's almost sitting in it? And you're going to have it slowly drizzle down. Let's pour some of that out.
This is
We're
like
gonna
when
set
you
you
do
up for
sink or
success.
float in school and you try to learn what sinks and what floats.
Okay. We've got this. I won't shake the table.
Oh wait, I gotta pour it on this, right?
Yeah. You can hold it closer to the, yeah, right there. Slowly. You got it. Keep going. It's like surgery of cocktails. Cool. Perfect. Jeez.
I'm not breathing.
Bartenders will hate you if you go in and ask for these, by the way. Nope, you're doing great. Pull your spoon up a little bit. Yeah.
Oh God, I got a little crazy there.
But look, it came back up to the top.
Okay. Things floating in there. We're good.
What was it?
I don't know. I'll drink that
Like
one.
a bug?
Maybe.
Okay.
The Irish and their bugs.
What drinks do bartenders hate to make? There's a lot of them. Muddling. Some people hate muddling.
They do, because my go-to drink is Tito's, water, and muddled lemon. But I've gotten to a point where I just order it just with lemon. But when you get it with muddled lemon, it's such a different drink. But they won't muddle it. They'll just be like, here's your lemon. They won't do it. So I don't even order it like that anymore.
So when you muddle it, like if you're taking this.
That's this thing, right?
Yeah, if you're taking this and squeezing it in, you're getting just the lemon juice. When you muddle it, you're getting that bitterness of,
The Rhine.
yeah.
We got a message that said love the stream, and their username is remember wife birthday 10/23/93. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Do you want to try these?
Yes.
I'm drinking this one.
Cheers.
Cheers. Great job.
Looks good. Wish I had one of those.
I just drank yours. The good news is we have more.
It's okay.
That's so good.
That does taste like a raspberry
I
donut.
wouldn't know.
Wow. I don't know.
Okay.
You may be watching this in the future, but next week on our show, I've been told that we are live. I'll be making buttery nipples,
Yes.
which involves layering. So
Anthony, do you want us to make you one?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
I'm so good at it. I'm now.
How's the sugar?
That's good sugar.
It's just sugar. Do you know how I made it?
You made the sugar? Oh, we need to do another stream.
Okay.
Sugar and rhubarb syrup.
Okay, I didn't make the sugar. I put the sugar in a bag, which I threw the bag away, and I put like 3 drops of red food coloring in it, and then mixed the bag.
Okay.
It's literally colored sugar.
Okay.
And you can tell by how sticky it is. Okay, we talked a little bit about garnishing. Did we talk about garnishing?
We did. You put the lemon in the pen pal, and then you garnished the rhubarb thingamabobber.
So there's no specific rules on garnishing. It might be you're keeping it in the family, so you want to have like when we talked about the lemon, the flavor of it to kind of accent what's happening. I've seen garnishes where they've taken a piece of paper and paper clipped it on there. So some of it's aesthetic. Usually you want to garnish with something that's either in the cocktail or complementary to the cocktail.
Okay. I feel like I've always a lot lately been seeing herbs in cocktails.
Yes. And part of that is right now we're in this thing where like we're moving away from sweeter cocktails, and herbs are a great way to like bring that back, but still add an abundance of aroma to it.
This thing smells like a lot of things.
I grew this myself.
This is insane.
But when you're using herbs to garnish, there's a little trick that you want to do.
Yes. I love this.
Okay, so it's called spanking. And what it does, which one do you want?
I like basil. I'm Italian.
Okay, well, I'm going to take this sage because I think it's really pretty and fuzzy and stuff.
Fuzzy.
So smell it first before you do it. So these are really like, they came out of my own, I grew them myself.
I'm very proud
It's
of
the
you.
only thing I've kept alive my entire life. Now we're going to ruin it.
We're just-
So if you take that and you like,
Oh, fast or slow?
I mean, you're spanking it. So
It's so... Oh my God.
now smell it.
Whoa. It's a
So-
whole different plant.
So what it's
That's
doing,
insane.
even if you're taking like one piece of it or like a little bit of a pinch, it's releasing some of those oils.
That's insane.
So when you have it in your glass, you're getting some of that oil and more of the aroma that's coming to you. So if you were to float this on our imaginary cocktail, as you go to drink it, you're going to get that nice sage, basil feeling. A whole new plant.
We have to sing it like a whole new world.
Oh,
Anthony can.
yeah, I'm
A
not
whole
going to do that.
new plant.
It's corn. Okay, so basically get creative. I think I really like gin and tonics because you can garnish them with anything. You can put like every fruit imaginable
Or herbs.
in it, herbs in it.
This is rosemary. What if I spank her? Definitely
the-
smells different.
Yeah, so.
I'm gonna be at the grocery store.
Well, you don't want to do that because when you get home,
Oh, I'll wait till I get home.
okay,
Not in public.
like when you're about to use it, you don't want to pre.
So if I'm if I'm cooking with it, do I spank before I cook?
When you cook, the heat's going to kind of express those oils, so you
don't
don't need to. But if you were garnishing something that you cooked with it,
Then yeah,
absolutely.
I'm gonna put that down.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. All right, did I answer all of your cocktail questions?
This is the time for the Q&A. If you would like to drop it in the chat, feel free to send in all your Q's and we'll give you some A's.
If you bake colored sugar, it looks like glitter.
That's apparently a thing. We can't do that right now, but
I'm super anti-glitter. Did you know that?
I did.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if it's just sugar, then it's fine.
You can eat it.
No, I think if anything that goes near the glitter category, done.
No, I'm anti-glitter as well. It never goes away.
I come from a family that loves glitter, so I kind of hate it.
I hear you need spanking control.
I do. I cross my hands. I'm done spanking.
I have a lot of sage on my hands, but I kind of wanted to try this.
All these recipes will be at seattlecocktailclub.com.
Absolutely. Most of them are probably already up there, but oh man, this was really good. If you have any questions, I'm always happy to answer them. hello@seattlecocktailclub.com is my email. Yeah, and I hope that this was helpful.
It definitely was.
Glitter's the herpes of the arts and crafts. It never goes away.
Yep.
Truth.
All right.
All right. Well, I know there's like a 30-second delay, so we'll wait like 10 more seconds. If anyone has any questions, feel free to drop them.
Do we want to make Anthony a layered shot?
Yes.
I'll take one.
Okay. We don't have a clean cup, but I'm
That's
guessing
fine.
you can drink out of the same thing.
I mean, I had ice from your hands. I'll take Carla Marie's cup.
So it was one.
We're just pouring some in there.
Oh.
Melissa K, is it better to use crushed ice or regular ice with a frozen margarita?
Maybe.
What just happened to my cup?
Crystal, thank you. She said you didn't do Malort.
Oh,
All right,
Crystal!
that's next. Feel free to
Yeah.
drop your questions.
Crushed ice or regular ice with a frozen margarita. I prefer fresh juice, like fresh lime, fresh lemon juice in a margarita, which is going to make it more acidic than if you used like one of the mixes that's out there. So in that case, the crushed ice works really well because it's watering it down, the juice, not the booze. Again, if you want it more.
Yeah, 'cause, like lemon juice or lime juice right out of like fresh is super tart, I guess would be the word. Like,
Yeah.
It's super, yeah. So you can cut that a little bit with crushed ice.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm adding simple syrup to it as well. If you think about the difference between like something that's a mix and it sits in a bottle. Look at her go.
Pretty good.
I'm distracted. The mix that you get that's your margarita mix in the store, it's not going to have that fresh citrus bite that fresh juice has. So always use fresh juice if you can.
Anthony, come
Yes,
on
ma'am.
over.
We got to get you to drink this before we ruin your taste buds.
Oh, do I have to drink the Malort too?
Yeah,
It's a family affair.
you guys were talking about it on the show.
I'll be
Did you
honest, I
think you were
started
gonna
pouring
get-
that without doing it around the little rope. And
It looked good. It looks good.
you got to make sure you put the sugar on your lips. I gave you fresh sugar.
I know how to take a shot. How are you teaching me how to take a shot?
Because I just,
That's actually a
Jesus.
good point.
That's really good.
I know. Thank you.
Let me go over and say, oh, you have a shot.
So Nolly said, this was fun. Next time I would like to do a make-along, like a bake-along, but for drinks.
Cool. We're in.
Oh, we can do this seasonally. Can we do it before? We can do before Halloween. We can do spooky cocktails.
What if we did holiday cocktails?
What
That
What
is
about
one
like
of
a
my
punch?
favorites.
A punch?
Like a punch bowl.
All right, that's a
Do
little,
people do punch bowls?
that's not safe to do anymore.
We do punches.
A punch bowl?
Why are
Well, I
you,
mean-
why are you throwing your hand? We're not punching anyone.
No, because you. No,
I
that's
don't
what you
feel
take your
safe
cup and you
right
dunk
now.
It in the punch bowl. It's
Or you have a
dangerous.
ladle.
A ladle's still dangerous. You can't do open cocktails like that.
You're not supposed to lick the ladle. Okay, so everybody talks about how terrible Malort is. You can tell by my bottle.
That's like a pixelated label.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
So
you meant
what
the
is Malort its
bottle.
own type of alcohol? Like,
It is a herbal liqueur. I'm only giving you a tiny amount.
No, it
'cause I
literally looks
already-
like it make you look at this and you're like, this is from medieval times. You're drinking medieval.
Yeah.
Carl Jepsen Company.
Yes. Yeah, it's Carly Rae.
Why are there four?
Well, because I'm going to torture you not once but twice.
Okay, this truly looks like it came from medieval times. If you are in New Jersey and you know exactly what I'm talking about,
Medieval times is not just in New Jersey.
there's more than one.
Medieval times?
The place.
Like the horse
Yeah.
jousting? Yes.
I don't know.
They're all over.
Your employee visited New York City and went all the way to Jersey just to go to medieval times.
Who?
Steph.
Well,
well, I know there's one for like Orlando. I don't know if there's that many of them.
today Stephanie flew into Minnesota to go to Wisconsin. So,
Oh,
She must have gotten confused because she probably watches our show, and I always think it's Minnesota's and Wisconsin.
okay. So this is
I
your
like Carla.
traditional Malort.
Wait, was that an accident? Or did she?
No,
are you
she's,
taking the Malort with us?
Okay. No, she's not.
there's not much left. I can take
There's
the
enough
second.
though.
I'll take the second one.
Okay.
Hold on. Claire said, I Googled, what does Malort taste like? And one article said, it's like if shame and regret were left to ferment before being distilled through an old sweaty shoe.
Sounds good. Cheers.
That is.
I'm not even gonna smell it. Ugh.
People in Chicago.
Why?
love it.
Why?
So,
It's like
so
a
you
feeling.
Like it's kind of like somebody described it as the dry erase markers. If you ate a dry erase
The
marker,
black one.
Yeah, you know when you would sniff? No,
No, because that's licorice.
it's the green one.
those aren't dry erase. Those are the smelly ones.
Oh yeah, that teachers have.
Yeah. So we have a special bottle here.
Why is? Hold on, I think I need something.
You ate all the
It's
Cheetos.
it's like someone sprayed bad perfume in your mouth.
It's like walking through a department store with your mouth open.
Well, this is the
I
new
don't get
one.
gym socks. Do you mix this with something normally?
It's like you drink cheap beer and take shots of Malort when you're in Chicago.
But why? That sounds like a miserable way to live.
It's cold in Chicago.
That doesn't make you dumb.
They're just trying to deal with the fact that they're the third biggest city in America. And no one
Okay,
cares.
so this one is a
think I need to
barrel
just drink
aged.
It's rhubarb.
Okay. Barrel aged, so
That's-
it's like aged like a whiskey.
Yeah, they put it in a whiskey barrel.
They put it in a gym sock.
So it's gonna be even more flavors.
You gave us more this time.
Well, you already drank out of that, but I guess we can.
All right.
All right.
Barrel aged Malort.
I
You're
didn't
gonna
hate
hate
yours.
me for this.
That's not good.
You're gonna taste it for the rest of the night
That's
too.
not good.
Oh, why though? I'd rather do tequila, vodka. What is this?
That is. I wouldn't put it in the same cup because you're gonna have rhubarb.
Oh, man.
And on that note,
Anthony's eating Cheetos. Give me a Cheeto. ASMR, me crunching a Cheeto.
Yeah, be careful.
Why?
With that microphone.
Are people eating
yes, there is a special Malort. It just came out, Hannah, that is this barrel aged.
I would rather do a shot of gin.
Let's see. There's more. Come to the Midwest.
Ugh. Man.
So there are medieval times, many across North America.
I'm going to chew some basil.
Oh my God. This is
Dinner and
great.
tournament.
I'm going to get Malort for when my family visits. I'm going to be like, we're having this special stuff. I bought it. It's really expensive. We're going to all do it together.
Would you rather drink the dusty tequila? What's the
Yeah.
dusty tequila?
When we first launched on
Oh,
Twitch,
I remember.
we had like this old tequila that like, it truly tasted dusty. Like something was wrong with it.
Yeah.
What a time. Well, okay. So we're going to post this on YouTube. You'll be able to go back and watch, slow things down, speed things up, whatever. Watch at your leisure. But SeattleCocktailClub.com has a wealth of information up there. They also have events locally in the Seattle area and virtual like this that you can check out on there. Become a member. It's a great place to meet people. Honestly, we've been at a ton of events where we've witnessed people make friends or people that just moved to the city. It's a really cool way to meet people, or if you're like, I have enough friends, I just want to learn about cocktails, you can also still sign up. But there's also a whole drink library on there as well. So you can see a ton of different recipes, and they're easy to follow, and it's a great way to wow your guests or just have a fun weekend.
Just drink at home.
Yeah.
Thanks, Claire. It's SeattleCocktailClub.com, and if you have any questions, send them to us at hello@SeattleCocktailClub.com.
Did you see that? Meg said, thank you for taking this time to do this tonight, Bob Ross and Co. Yes. I'm and Co.
Holiday cocktails next.
Yes. Stay tuned for that. Thank you, everybody. Peace out, Cub Scouts.